What's the harsh reality no one accepts? Very late. But, sometimes, you are the problem in a relationship. And if people keep on leaving you, it may well be your fault. Even if you don't feel like it is. You're the bad guy in someone's story. So many of your enemies will never admit to doing anything wrong, but the thing is neither will you in some situations. People justify their own behavior to themselves. That's why so many people can't apologize and double down on the shitty things they do. Some parents just don't love their children. Sometimes you must accept the truth that there always will be idiots who will fuck it up for rest of us. If Shrek 5 happens, it's going to be a shitty cash grab and Shrek is probably going to do the floss. Hard work doesn't always pay off. Some people just can't be saved. You could give them every benefit in the world and they still could choose to throw it all away and you can't do anything about it. Pandemics last years, not weeks or months. Pain is inescapable. Not even acknowledging that pain is inevitable and preparing for it ahead of time can lessen it. You will be taken by surprise. You will be hurt. You will not enjoy it. You will not be able to numb it. And there is nothing you can do except take it on the chin. Edit. I guess I should add. It's true you can prepare yourself to experience certain kinds of pain and lessen its impact. But when I said this, I meant that eventually something was going to come up that you never prepared for and cause pain anyway, just didn't do a good job of making that clear. Sorry. Oh. And yes, pain can also bring about growth. I don't disagree with that at all. Very few people truly accept their mortality. And most of the time when it truly sinks in, people get scared and want to avoid it. Mistakes do define you. The little ones don't. But if you make a big mistake, it will alter your life to an extent. Saying that they don't matter is a lie that will prevent you from diagnosing life problems later down the line. Not everyone will turn out to be a superstar or super successful in their lives. Beauty and money matter a lot. The world is nicer to rich and beautiful people. Beauty matters in how people treat people. Bad things will happen to you for no reason. You don't always keep the good friends you meet. But that doesn't mean you can't make more later on down the road. Edit. Thanks for my very first platinum. Gold and the silver. You guys are awesome. All human beings are capable of being viciously immoral. There's a point where we can be forced or force ourselves to become completely animalistic. We can perpetrate murder and genocide. As just one example. And if justified to ourselves correctly, we will feel no remorse. We like to think that the only people capable of such horror are a minority, but the truth is that we are all capable of it given the right circumstances. Money and good looks matter. Nobody is truly selfless, and that's okay. There are no single women in your area willing to meet you. Some people just don't get a happy ending. Some people never find happiness or satisfaction. People tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, but for some people there isn't. They never get to see any light. Just darkness. First impressions are a very fucking big deal. We're not all special. Some of us will not find love. We're not all equal. Not everyone is going to like you. No matter how hard you try. The world goes on after you die. People can just simply fall out of love with you for no reason. You fretting about whether it's you or something else or the investment is basically you giving them the reasons to strengthen the reason why they stopped loving you. When they could very much not have a reason at all. Feelings and priorities can change. You will likely be lost to history. In just a few centuries. Nobody will remember or even knew you existed. Sad. I know. But you just have to accept it. You wasted more time on Reddit than you should. There's a group of people out there in the world that would be very happy to see you every day and love you and accept you for exactly who you are. You'll probably just never meet them. I don't know who most of you are. And it'll be like that forever. Therefore there will always be someone who doesn't care about you whatsoever. Not everyone finds love. We all benefit, in one way or another, from others who are oppressed. People refuse to accept that this is the reality. Lots of time and money is spent cushioning that blow. We live here. We live now. Best get used to it. People often hunger for truth but seldom like the taste of it served up. George R.R. Martin. Reddit is an echo chamber, and just because a belief is popular here does not mean it is in real life. Edit. Reminder: you should sort this topic by controversial. Pikachu is a slave. No one is as important as they think they are. Us first world citizens have it much better than we think we have it. That it's more likely to succeed if born rich than if you born talented. Edit. Here is the source. You can't be anything you want to be. The world doesn't owe you anything. Not if you've suffered all your life or even if you were the greatest person to live. There is no karma. Bad things happen to good people. Bad people do bad things that never catch up to them. Good people do good things that screw them over in the long run. It's all random. That I don't care that you broke your elbow. People like to be lied to. They don't like finding out they've been lied to. There could be a gamma ray burst coming from deep space to fry our entire planet within a second and we'd have no way of knowing it. Have a good night, fellas. There is a chance that we feel every painful incision and sensation during surgery. But simply do not remember once we awake. This thread is filled with harsh realities that most people do accept. Most people don't give a rat's about you. There is no possible way everyone was kung fu fighting. No one but you and your loved ones gives a shit about your problems. And no one is obligated to give a shit about them. Life goes on. At any time a giant space rock could come fuck our shit up. A good chunk of your life is determined by probability, chance. That it's okay to be sad sometimes. Marketers and social influencers are selling the idea of being happy all the time so much. People have forgotten that sadness is a part of life too. Also a not so accepted fact is that delayed gratitude makes you happier. Everybody is seeking instant gratification through Instagram and FB. But the kind of happiness you get by investing in a long-term thing like a good relationship, a great career, a good friend circle, pursuing a hobby, is really immeasurable in front of the delight you'd get from 1K FB likes. The market should be very down right now. The male G-spot is in the anus. That it's really not butter. Britney Spears is a slave to the music industry. And so are most popular singers. You aren't actually that talented. For most of us, what we do barely has an impact anymore. We're not heroes. We don't lead overly important lives and many of our jobs and roles in society can be filled by someone else. That's how it is nowadays and why it's so hard to succeed. Your government does not have your best interest at heart. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. 1. Jean-Luc. Too many people use the term everyone when talking about harsh realities but don't realize that they're using it incredibly loosely. There is no meaning of life. Rather, you make your own meaning. We're all going to be forgotten someday. Even the most famous of us. So just do what makes you happy and feel fulfilled. Some people are just inherently bad people that are never going to change. Some people are capable of becoming a better person. Some aren't. That the world is run by psychopaths who often partake in Luciferianism and SRA. Rich people get different treatment in the eyes of the law. When your life is in immediate danger, police are too far away. You'll never get an answer to everything. Be thankful that you can get some answers. This question is catnip for the antisocial edgelord teens of Reddit. Oligarchs own America. You won't win the lottery. You can't love someone's illness away. Death is inevitable and life can be taken at any moment.